Okay, let's talk about the Legion Remix Endgame gameplay, shall we? At this point, I think a lot of us are getting to level 80 and starting to focus on the endgame gameplay of Legion Remix, but what exactly is the endgame in Legion Remix, and what is it actually like? Now, the answer to this question will depend a lot on what you want to achieve in the remix itself, so I kinda wanna ask you guys, if you have some goals for Legion Remix, what are those goals? And I'll let you know my goals right now. I want to get every single bronze reward that I can, and I also want to level up as many characters as I can. Those are my two main goals in Legion Remix, and the reason why I'm leveling characters is to prepare myself for Midnight and gold making by using concentration in professions and make gold that way. I made several millions of gold, over 150 million in the Warbitin, only on concentration, and that is something that didn't really require that much time, so like the gold per hour has been insane on concentration crafting, and in Midnight concentration is still a thing, at least so far. So having more alts simply means you also make more gold. So for me, I'm going to level up a bunch of characters and farm bronze, and those are really my two main goals. Now, inside of those goals, there are some sub-goals as well. So for example, if I'm leveling characters, I'm trying to become strong right now so I can boost myself, either on a level 20 Twink Starter Edition account or on my level 80 character. Not really sure what's going to be the most optimal method of boosting right now. It looks like maybe having a strong level 80 will be the best choice. But then, you can't really boost any other characters on that account, right? Unless you have two strong level 80s on two separate accounts. So if you want to boost several accounts, you might want to have a starter edition for that purpose. Now, I did try out some boosting methods yesterday, and you can actually boost quite effectively right now, and quite fast as well. Now, when it comes to the endgame itself, the answer to what the Legion Remix endgame is really depends on how you play and what your goals are. So for example, if your one goal in Legion Remix right now is to become powerful, well, you might have, like your daily gameplay loop might look like this. Mythic Emerald Nightmare, Heroic Emerald Nightmare, Mythic Trial of Valor, Heroic Trial of Valor, and then literally spam Mythic Plus the entire day. That is your gameplay loop, because that is the best way right now to farm infinite power. If you are in a really good M+ group, literally Mythic raids and Heroic raids are also a waste of time, because doing M+, you're getting over 1 million infinite power per hour when you are in an optimized group. Optimized? Yeah, optimized. So when you're in a really good group, you get way too much power, and even doing Mythic raids is a waste of time for you. So maybe your only gameplay loop is logging in, doing M+ all day, and that's it. Now, if your goal is like me to level up alts, then your daily gameplay loop might look like this. Do dailies for 1% experience each and level characters to 10% once you're level 80, level characters for 10% once you are level 80. I wrote that down wrong. So whenever you get to level 80 on a brand new character, you get a static 10%, and this adds up to a total of 400%. So basically, do dailies and level up characters until you have the 400% experience gain, and then look at either boosting yourself or do the same thing over again. Log in, do dailies, level up, do the raid, and level up that way. So for me, when I'm leveling, for example, I made a video yesterday on how I'm leveling, but to give you a TLDR, I pick up dailies, I do a dungeon, sometimes 2 dungeons, and then I start doing the raid on both normal and looking for raid. And by doing 2 or 3 dungeons, normal raid and looking for raid, I am either level 80 or very, very close, depending on how lucky you get on the daily quest you pick up when you have 400%. So initially the grind is going to be getting the 400% cap, but even that should be about 10 hours of gameplay, by the way. I broke this down in a comment recently, but you have to do either 400 dailies or level up some characters, and that sounds like a lot, by the way, but you usually do 3 dailies at the same time instead of just 1. So for example, if you're leveling a character right now, you pick up 3 dailies. They can all be done in one singular dungeon. If you play a healer, that dungeon is an instant queue and takes less than 5 minutes to do. So 3 dailies in 5 minutes or less. That is 36 dailies per hour. If you get 4 characters leveled up in 10 hours, that also means 10 hours of doing dailies and leveling, you have the 400% cap right off the bat. Now, if your goal is to farm bronze and just get the rewards, the transmogs, the mount, and everything like that, well, you can do either one of the two things I just talked about and get a lot of bronze while doing some side objectives. For example, farming Mythic Plus like I'm doing here, you do get some bronze caches every now and then, and you get a lot of bronze simply farming Mythic Plus. You get a static amount of bronze per dungeon, and also, every single time you do a new Mythic Plus on a high keystone, you also get a achievement with a greater cache of bronze, giving you 12,500 bronze for that as well. So simply farming Mythic Plus is a great way to get bronze, but also leveling characters. If I go back to my account right now, like, a lot of the bronze that I have is simply from leveling characters. Going over to my currency right now, we have first of all 1 million bronze on this character, and this is after buying everything available in phase 1, by the way. I still have 1 million bronze left over from farming Mythic Plus. Also, if you go over here right now, we can see that I have quite a few characters that also has bronze on them, and most of these have only been leveled up. So Speedheim, for example, leveling character, Fairheim, Solheim, Arrowheim, all of these guys I just got to level 80 and have never touched again. So getting to level 80 at the moment by just speed leveling gives you anywhere between 67,000 and 150,000 bronze, depending on how lucky you are on the dailies, and also a little bit of RNG. But like, leveling characters, great way to get bronze as well, if you're planning to level up some characters anyway. So yeah, the Legion Remix endgame gameplay is definitely, well, let's just put it, interesting. I'm not really sure how to feel, like, I didn't really know what to expect anyway. I think I expected raids to be slightly better, because right now if you're in a good Mythic Plus farming group, you are literally wasting your time doing the raids. So at some point, doing the raids on a daily basis doesn't even make sense for you, so I'm really hoping that the later raids do give him more infinite power. Like, Nighthold is coming out in 3 days now when I'm uploading this video, so Nighthold is on the way out, and I'm really hoping the later raids like Nighthold and Taurus the Burning Throne, Tomb of Sargeras, like those raids, I'm really hoping they give him more infinite power. I'm also really excited to see more about what's coming out in the later gameplay phases. Like, we have something coming out later that is like, if we go over here and looking at the timeline, we have something coming out in December called Infinite Chaos, which is a content phase for itself after the last content phase. Like, Argus is the last raid, so November 18th is kind of the last content phase of Legion Remix, but then we have something called Infinite Echoes, which brings catch-up opportunities, remix content updates, and more rewards. So like, December could be massive for Remix, by the way. I really want to know more about what that phase brings, and I can't wait for it. So that's gonna be really fun. But either way, I just wanted to talk more about the actual endgame gameplay loop right now, and hear your opinions on everything. Because I'm not sure if everybody likes the current gameplay loop. I mean, leveling characters, doing Mythic Plus, and sometimes doing the raid. To me, it's not bad, and it's kind of what Mists of Pandaria was as well, even though back then we had access to all the raids pretty early, and like, less time gating. I feel like Legion Remix are time gating way more content, and it also feels like they're time gating our power, to where what I'm doing right now in phase 1 doesn't really feel that valuable, and it feels almost like it always does in retail, which I don't want to see in like a remix mode. You are rewarded by not playing the game. Instead of playing right now, you're better off possibly starting in December when the catch-up mechanics comes into the game, which is something, like, once again, I don't want to see in Remix, because we already have that in retail. You get actively punished for playing the game early, and rewarded for joining late. Now, I understand there should be a catch-up mechanic in the game, but yeah, I don't like the toy. I cannot speak today. I'm gonna stream, and I'm starting off the day like this, and I'm gonna stream today. That is insane. Also, by the way, live on Kick right here, kick.com/SolheimTV. But yeah, I don't like the time gating we currently have in Legion Remix. First of all, they're time gating the content, they're time gating our power, and they're time gating our fun. everything is time gated. So let me know what you think about everything in the comments down below. Kind of a just chatting video today, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and with some high level Mythic Plus keys running in the background, just to show you how powerful they can be and how powerful 5 Demon Hunters can be for farming keys. Either way, I'm kind of enjoying Mythic Plus, by the way. It's weird to say because Legion back in the day, I farmed so much Mythic Plus that I got burnt out and quit, but here I am doing it all over again and having a blast. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. Once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments and leave a like while you're down there. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video, or I'll see you on Kick.